Hello to all of you. You are watching this video. In this lesson, we talk about the software's drawing helper tools. Also, in the second part, we talk about the ways to use the constraint tool. Okay, let's go on the screen and start the lesson.
I got this magic in my fingertips, designing dreams with every click. Shapes and wonders coming to life. With Katia, I cut through strife. In my mind, the future's clear. No more doubts, no more fear. Crafting visions in 3D. Katia's the key, don't you see? I can reach the sky so high. Build my dreams, no need to try. With every tool I sculpt my fate. Katia helps me innovate. Every line.
Hello everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. Today I will start by talking about auxiliary drawing tools. In the software, numerous tools are provided for the convenience of users. One of these tools is the auxiliary drawing tool for us. This tool displayed in blue on the page when any command is activated. Suppose we have a rectangle on the page. I activate the line command. It is seen that a square with plus lines and two numbers appeared next to the mouse pointer. I place the Sketch Tools toolbar on the page. I place the mouse at the coordinate origin of the sketch page. The two blue numbers next to the mouse pointer become 0 and 0. It is seen that in the first two boxes of the Sketch Tools toolbar, there are 0 numbers. I activate the Snap to Point command. The mouse snaps to the nodes in jumps. At any node where the mouse is placed, two proportional numbers appear next to the mouse pointer. The same numbers are also seen in the first two boxes of the Sketch Tools toolbar. I deactivate the Snap to Point command. When the mouse moves on the page, you see the square with plus line symbol next to your mouse pointer. Now I move the mouse pointer over one of the lines. The symbol changes the two concentric circles with a horizontal line. This special symbol tells you that you are currently on the line. If you move and take the pointer off the line, the symbol changes back to its first shape. Now if we move the mouse pointer, when the mouse pointer reaches exactly the middle of the line, the symbol becomes two concentric circles that the smaller circle is solid. I move the mouse pointer again until it reaches one of the vertices of the rectangle. Again, the shape of the icon next to the mouse pointer changes. I click right here. I move the mouse out of the rectangle. A line is formed. If the line is at the appropriate angle, a thin blue line appears collinear with it. This thin blue line shows the opposite corner of the rectangle. The two concentric circle symbol is seen in this corner. The software shows the auxiliary blue lines thinner than the main lines. I change the angle of the line so that it becomes horizontal or vertical. When the line is completely horizontal or vertical, it turns blue. I move the line inside the rectangle. I move the mouse pointer closer to the center of the rectangle. When the line reaches the midpoint of the opposite side, a thin blue dotted line is displayed. One end of this dotted line points to our line and the other end points to the midpoint of the rectangle's side. This tells us that if we click here, the end of the line will be exactly in the center of the rectangle. Now suppose we also have a circle on the page. We want to draw a line that passes through the perimeter and it's horizontally collinear with the center of the circle. First, I activate the line tool. I move the mouse pointer over the circumference of the circle. The two concentric circles with a horizontal line appears. I am now on the circumference of the circle. I slowly move the mouse on the circumference of the circle. Move the mouse so that the symbol is maintained. If the symbol possibly changes, you have moved off the circumference. Try again by positioning the mouse so that the appropriate symbol appears. When the mouse location reaches a state where the mouse pointer was horizontal, a thin blue dotted line shows this to you. If you click at this point, you can draw a line that is horizontal. I press the escape key on the keyboard to cancel the command. I activate the line command again. I want to draw a line from the center point of the rectangle. I move the mouse inside the rectangle. When two thin blue dotted lines were displayed, which pointed to the two horizontal and vertical sides of the rectangle, I am in the center of the rectangle. I click here. The starting point of the line was formed. I move the mouse and place it on the circumference of the circle. First, the two concentric circles with a horizontal line appears. I move the mouse slowly. When the tangency symbol appears, I click at that point. The line is tangent to the circle at that point. The tangency constraint appears after drawing the line. Well, now we want to talk about the extra features of the constraint tool. Suppose we have a rectangle. The position of the rectangle relative to the coordinate axis of the drawing page is as follows. We want the center of the rectangle to precisely coincide with the origin of the page. One way is to use the equidistant point geometrical constraint in two steps. But we can also use the constraint dimensioning tool. First, activate the tool. Select the two vertical sides. It is seen that the number for the distance between the two sides appeared. Without clicking, perform a right click. A drop-down menu opens. In the lower part, you see the phrase low symmetry line. Click on it, then click on the vertical axis of the drawing page. It is observed that the rectangle moved. The rectangle's movement was such that the vertical axis was placed in the middle of the two vertical sides. Move the mouse pointer over one of the vertical sides. The mouse pointer changes to a hand. Click on the vertical side. The pointer changes to a fist. While holding down the mouse button, move the mouse horizontally. It is seen that the opposite side also moves proportionally. The amount of movement of two sides is such that the vertical axis is always in their middle. Now activate the constraint tool again. Select the two horizontal sides. Immediately perform a right click. Select the Allow Symmetry Line command. Click on the horizontal axis of the page. It is seen that the rectangle moved. The rectangle's movement was such that the horizontal axis of the page was placed in the middle of the two horizontal sides. Now suppose we have a shape like this on the page. We want to convert it into a rectangle. I click on the Constraint Dimensioning tool. I select two opposite sides in the quadrilateral. It is seen that an angle dimension appeared. I immediately right-click. The drop-down menu opens. I click on the Equal geometrical constraint. It is seen that an equality symbol appeared. This symbol is similar to the tangency symbol. I activate the constraint tool again. I select the two almost vertical sides. Immediately after the angle dimension appears, I perform a right click. From the drop-down menu, I select the Equal geometrical constraint. Note, if you look closely, in addition to equal, there are 5 other geometrical constraints above it. You can use them too. Well, so far we have created a parallelogram. We know that the angles of a rectangle are 90 degrees. I click on the constraint tool again. I select two adjacent sides. An angle is formed. I can give this angle the number 90. Or I can right-click. From the Open drop-down menu, I select the perpendicular constraint. It is seen that a rectangle was formed. Now I want its sides to be horizontal and vertical. I activate the Constraint Dimensioning tool again. I click on one of the sides. After the dimension appears, I perform a right click. In the Open drop-down menu, I select the horizontal constraint. It is seen that the rectangle rotated and its side became horizontal. Here you saw that the constraint tool, in addition to dimensioning, can also be used to apply geometrical constraints. You also learned the working method. Today's lesson is finished here. Please watch the lesson twice. Practice with me the second time. Good luck. Goodbye until the next lesson.
Let's build the future